Welcome, Capricorn. This is your weekly focus for May the 14th through to the 20th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And thank you. Thank you, truly, for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's get to the cards. There has been some intense energy through these readings, so I can't wait, really, to get to each sign and find out what's happening, how we can use this energy in a positive way to move forward. Look at that. Oh, wow. We have the Magician. Cool, cool, cool. Now, when the Magician shows up in the first position, and only in the first position, do I remind you that we don't want to buy into illusions. Remember, the Magician is the trickster, right? He makes the coin disappear and come out your ear. So, it's using wise judgment, it's using sound judgment, it's tapping into your wisdom, it's tapping into your intuition, it's knowing what is right. But the Magician, especially in a new moon week, sky's the limit. What do you want? What do you want in your life? Now, be careful, okay? Because you will get it. I have to tell you the story of, years and years ago, I used to drive these, what we called Bondo buggies, because they were really held together by a lot of patchwork and they were falling apart. And nobody else wanted them. And so I could finally afford it. And, I would drive these beat up buggies and what resembled a vehicle. And I'd just be like, oh, my prayer was, please, please, I just wanted to look nice. I just wanted to turn ahead, like somebody's like, whoa, look at that car she's driving. And what did I get? It was like a 1980 or 78 New Yorker. And it was gold. And it talked to you. In those days, cars didn't talk to you. This car talked to me. The door is ajar. The key is in the ignition. It was the coolest thing, and it was gold, and it looked great. And oh boy, I was so excited. And I'm driving down the highway, and of course, I got even dressed up. I was going to a function, and heels on, and jewelry, and makeup. And I'm driving down the highway, and I just think I'm the next best thing since sliced bread. Because don't I look great behind the wheel of this fantastic looking car? And all of a sudden, the car talked to me. And it said, your electrical system will now fail. And the car immediately went dead. And I forced it, because the power steering stopped at that time in those days. And I cranked the wheel as hard as I could to get off to the shoulder of the highway before I completely stopped. And, I said, okay, I'm good with the Bondo buggies. I'm good, because at least they got me from A to B. So my prayer went back to, I want a car that will get me from A to B. I kind of forgot that completely. When I was saying I wanted a really good looking car, I forgot to say that I also wanted to actually be transportation for myself. So be careful of omitting things that you're kind of taking for granted that, oh, they'll throw that in. Your God, angels, spirit guides, source, the universe. Detail. Detail is so important when you are giving up those new moon affirmations, when you are dreaming about your future. Don't forget the little things, because they could mean the most. The Magician and then the Sun. Are you kidding me? Are you ready for this adventure? Because this card says you are. This card says it's about you. It's about your path forward. It's about your creativity. It's about your uniqueness. It's about your originality. It's about your inventiveness. It's about what you have learned on your path so far and taking it into your future with you. So, what's your new moon affirmations? Six of Pentacles. What you give is so much more important than what you'll ever receive, but you will receive tenfold. Now, in saying this, it does not have to be that you are giving away money. You could be giving away time, energy. It could be a smile you are giving away to raise somebody else's vibration, in order to raise somebody else's energy. It takes the focus off what can I do for me to what can I do for that person, that group of people, that organization. And your life becomes enriched because of it. So look at where you can grow happiness, joy in somebody else's life. Maybe you become a mentor. Maybe you teach them in some way. Maybe it's a job, and you've got 5 or 10 or 20 years under your belt of knowledge that you can share with another to make their path even easier. And that comes back and rewards you. Work and career, well, the Six of Wands. This could be a job promotion. This could be stepping into the job of your dreams. This could be success within the job. Immediately following the Six of Pentacles, I'm going to warn you here, when the boss walks up to you and says, congratulations, what a great job you did. Don't say, oh, thank you, and smile smugly at the rest of the people in the room, but rather share the wealth. It's important when those two cards come in such close contact to each other that you share the wealth, that you acknowledge the other people that made it possible. Even if it was somebody who was taking your phone calls so that you could focus on what needed to be done. Make mention of their contribution. It comes back tenfold. Okay, but this is definitely a time when people are celebrating you or supporting you, cheering you on. They've got your back. There's successes to be had. And do not rest on your laurels. Don't kick your feet back and say, oh, got the promotion, I'm done now. I'm going to book 2 weeks of vacation. This is the time to go forward. This is the time to make plans for your future. Absolutely. And this doesn't necessarily have to be work and career. If I were to meet you at a party, what defines you as a person? Would you tell me about work and career? Would you tell me about your activities within the community? Or would you tell me about your family? What defines you as a person? That's where you're going to find successes. That's where you're going to find people cheering you on. And that's where you need to make the plans to go forward. For relationships, oh, karma comes out for relationships. I get a sense of good things coming into your life because of the person you are, that you have become, where you've given of yourself without asking for anything in return. It's returned to you now. This is where you have repeatedly learned that bad lesson in relationships, and now you are entering a relationship that really brings in passion or sensuality or respect or support that you always wish you had in the relationships, but you never got. So you could meet that person or your partner, your soulmate. It could be a parent, it could be a child, it could be a best friend, it could be somebody in the workplace. But they start to give back in the relationship. Maybe you were even ready to throw in the towel in certain relationships, and all of a sudden they stand up to the plate and they be the person that you were hoping was inside there all along, that you knew was there, but they just didn't outwardly show that side of themselves. It could be where you can, you're drawn to certain relationships too with the karma card. So if you feel like joining the gym, You might want to take a really good look at that, because there might be somebody there um, to enhance your life in some way. Or maybe it's going to the museum, or maybe it's the walk in the park, or maybe it's getting on that team at work, or joining that beach volleyball team, or whatever calls you into, more than two people kind of thing, into a group setting. It opens up who you are. So it could be something that you've always wanted to do, or an expression of yourself, or maybe a creativity part of it. Maybe it's pottery, maybe it's painting, maybe it's dance, maybe it's building things. Yeah, doors could be unlocked to your passions, to your dreams, to your authentic self, to what you truly love, by joining in, being drawn to different groups, it could be a school type setting, anything with more than a couple of people, branching out your experience with others, sharing more of you. Spirituality, ooh, we get the high priest for spirituality. Meditation, prayer, reflection. You will see the great person you are. You will see your talents. You will see your abilities. You will see what you can create going forward, invent going forward. Something that nobody else can do, you realize you can do. The originality of you. Tap into that person inside of you. The one that always wanted to fill in the blank. Embrace that part of who you are. Explore that part of who you are. Go deep within. Understand a talent or an ability, and bringing it out front and center. Using it to create the abundance in your life, or at least joy and happiness and well-being and balance. Could be talents, it could be abilities, it could be true loves of yours that you've just never explored. You've never taken that risk on yourself before. King of Swords for health and well-being. We're drawing the line in the sand. We are stepping up to the plate. We are saying, this is going to be my life going forward. I'm committed to eating healthier, sleeping better, getting rid of that bad habit or that behavior, finally seeking the help I need in order to kick a habit, close a door, allow healing in, to make me stronger in the long run, to grow my strength, to grow my vitality, to be a better version of me going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.